cheese footage in the city of Ontario. We're gonna meet up with a cool guy named Dane, and I'm gonna see his Malibu. See what we have with the race now.
Yeah, we have our first YouTube to YouTuber race, and it's gonna be against a pretty cool car. You guys might follow his channel. His channel is BurnDown on YouTube, and he has a famous MALOBOOM. So it's gonna be an epic race because it's gonna have a little bit of everything. It's gonna have new school versus old school. It's gonna have automatic versus manual transmission. It's gonna have LS versus LT, you know, and you know, muscle car versus like high-tech car. So it's like the perfect like crime, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be sick.
I think I hear him coming now.
You see?
You guys hear him?
Oh yeah, that's right. He's right there. Ready.
For a second there, I thought you were not going to show.
No, we finally made it. Sat some traffic, but yeah, no, we're ready to go. I had a couple little issues with the car as far as the boost control. I can't turn the damn thing on, so I bought a new wideband, and then I have a new boost controller, and I still can't get it to go over like 6 pounds. But that's good for you guys.
Yeah, it gives us a fighting chance.
My name is Dane Thompson. I'm from Norco, California. I drive a 1964 Chevy Chevelle that I lovingly nicknamed the MALOBOOM. I have a 5.3 LS truck motor with a GT45 eBay $160 turbo. I actually got the short block off an Instagram follower for $100, and that's what's in here. So it has the turbo on it, a cam, a couple other little things, nothing terribly spectacular, but it makes 530 and 510 foot-pounds of torque at 15 pounds of boost. Currently it's running at gate pressure, which is like 6-7 pounds, and that's what we'll be racing on as well to keep it nice. The best ET that I have so far in the 8th mile at Irwindale is 750 at 98 miles an hour. So I got into drag racing mainly because I was a spectator. I watched television shows, I see the guys, we'd go to the races. I was the guy in the stands that wanted to see the cars run and go. And I had the mechanical ability to put cars and things together, and I was doing kind of car show stuff. And I wanted cars that would go instead of cars that would kind of show, because that's more my style. So I bought this car to actually flip it, and then instead of flipping it, I kept it. I LS swapped it, and I put this motor in it together for the zip tie drags in Arizona. And then I've been building on it and going faster ever since. So I got into YouTube a little over a year ago, about 2 years ago. I've had the channel for several, but I use it more like a portfolio. And I had a 1972 Cadillac that I custom painted, flake, lace patterns, all this stuff for a good buddy of mine. And we took it to a local car show, and a older gentleman came over. He was, you know, admiring the paint job and checking it out. And when it came time to ask questions and talk about it, I had told him that I had done it, and I did it in my home garage. At that point, he looked at me, he said I was a liar, and then he stormed off in the other direction. And my buddy and I laughed about it, but it kind of made a light bulb go off, and I thought, well, if this guy that doesn't know me doesn't believe that I actually did this is something I need to show people that I can do, so that way the next guy in the parking lot knows I did it instead of just calling me a liar and storming off. So that's why I started YouTube. So I think the race against Boogieman should be a good one. He contacted me through Instagram. He said that he saw my race and he had a comparable time slip, roughly 740s to 780s or something is what he told me. We'll find out. But as long as we're right in the pocket, if we do a 2 out of 3, it should be good side-by-side racing. That's really what we're looking to do. We're looking to make it a driver's race, not just turn your car up and win. I want to see, you know, good side-by-side action and basically beat them on the light. That's how I'm going to win.
Any bets going on?
We're gonna have to work out some side bets. I think we can do that together. I obviously can't make a bet sitting here, but yeah, we're definitely gonna have to side bet. I think at least a gentleman's bet of $1, and then I'm feeling some tacos. We'll see what he thinks. So anyway, so this is your rig, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about it.
Basically, well, let me pop the hood. Let me show you what it runs, because you never seen this car before.
No.
So
Technically, no.
backyard built just like yours.
Yeah, it looks like.
Not to the full extent, of course, you know, but
Hey, you know what? I got a lot of zip ties on mine too, so I think we're in the same club.
you wouldn't be hot rodding if you didn't have zip ties. But basically bone stock 6.2 with some bolt-ons, no long tube, still shorty headers, MSD atomic intake manifold.
Is that plastic?
Yeah, it's a polymer, so it dissipates heat very well. Everything on this car has been either like bartered, bought used, or somehow got a deal. But we've basically been putting this car together with just like hookups and just making it happen.
That's kind of how mine is. Mine actually, the motor's from an Instagram follower, because I blew the original one up doing donuts. So same thing, and then the headers that I converted to turbo manifolds were a barter deal where I traded some cylinder heads a buddy needed, and then the intake on there was free from a different friend. So a lot of my parts, the same thing.
So let's check it out. I want to see those turbo manifolds you built.
Like swap manifolds that you get from eBay mainly.
That's a huge turbo.
It's not. It's a GT45, $165 a Fury, dude.
And you did all the welds and everything yourself, right?
Yeah. So all the piping, everything is all secondhand used. Even like this little oil fill piece right there, I made that from scratch. But essentially, I just wanted to keep the budget as low as possible, because hot rodding's about doing what you can with what you got. If you got a bunch of money, then buy a fast car. If you don't have a bunch of money, then you got to take crappy parts like this and put them together and try to make something out of nothing. So this is like the I'm like the people's champ, the poor man's champ over here. We just put it together, and then the nice part too, when it does explode, because it probably will at some point, I won't be that sad. I'll be more sad that I got to pull it out and do the work, more so than like the dollar value that's in there.
Yeah.
I do have a cam. I got a cam, and I have the blue LS springs. Off the LS3 or LS2, whatever that is.
I noticed you got a lot of purple. Is that gonna be the color of the car eventually, or?
No. So what happened is the first motor I put together was just filthy, and I was getting made fun of on the internet. I was kind of trolling with it because I thought it was funny, and then after I made it run, they left me alone. They stopped messing with me. So I painted everything pink and put it back on the internet so they had something to make fun of.
Nice.
And then after they quit making fun of that, I put a bunch of tiny little dick stickers all over it, put that back on the internet.
Oh, there is. What the hell? I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah, they're all over. I have the whole intake manifold. That was for all the haters because they could eat a dick. That's why I did that.
Hey, I like it. You're missing bolts.
Yep.
My kind of hot rodder. Weight reduction.
Dude, this is just for quick, dude, so you can pull it apart.
Yeah. Weight reduction.
But yeah, I ended up having to get a tile because the Chinese wastegate I had actually wouldn't work properly. And then I ended up getting good gauges so I could monitor the engine. And honestly, I think between those things, that's the reason I haven't blown it up yet. That and not turning it up because I can't, so that's probably saved me from exploding this thing on the track or on the street.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like the style. I like the wheels, Krager's, keeping it old school.
Yeah.
The ruggedness of it. I mean, you're a painter, so you could paint this if you wanted to, but you're keeping it OG.
Because if this thing's so rough, dude, I'd be in my own car $1 million. So.
Hey, I want to show our followers this little logo you got going on.
You can pull it.
You have the name too, right?
Yeah. So this is my logo. His name's Uncle Gus.
Gus.
Yeah. And if you know what it is, you know what it is, and if you don't, then
yeah, we might not be able to say it. You know, we might not be able to say it on the channel, but this is a rooster, a cock, right? And that's That's a lollipop, like a sucker. So, you know, that's pretty cool though. So
and he's angry.
oh yeah, he's an angry.
So this
Rooster.
is essentially what the trolls on the internet look like to me. That's why I made it. When I first made my channel, I got like 3 comments and they're all really negative. So then I made this just to be funny and start putting out everything, and it just stuck. So I gave him a name so that way you don't have to really call it what it is. But his name's Uncle Gus, and he's my logo. So yeah, we rock around everything now.
Nice.
Thanks.
So what are you running for a tire?
I'm running, well, obviously I'm not going to race on this setup. This is just my street setup. But we run race stars. Well, they call them poverty stars, you know?
Yeah.
So we run race stars.
What size is it?
We run skinnies in the front, and we run 20 by 10.5 in the rear. Bias plies, Hoosiers.
Okay.
So we have a little saying called, every time we go out, we say, hey, melt the Hoosiers. So we're going to go out there and we're going to melt them that day. But yeah, aside, the way it looks now, basically the way we're gonna run it, except for the drive pack, and we might take off the passenger seat depending how many people go with us or whatnot, because those things are like 80 pounds with all the airbags and everything. So
And you just like 4 bolts and it comes out.
it's
And then,
actually
like,
two,
you gotta plug it in.
It's actually 2 bolts, and it slides in, and 2 bolts hold it down.
So it's not electric at all. It's just a manual.
Yeah, I'll probably leave the baby seat in there because it's my lucky charm. So.
That's in mine. That's my boy's seat too. Yeah, it's the battle of the car seats. Yeah, then I'm on a System Dane Thompson 235 because that's all this will fit. So it's a 7-inch rim, and eventually it'll get some tire and rear end and all that. But it's stock rear end.
Tempo?
I don't know. Whatever's underneath it. Whatever came stock.
So it's not geared.
No, it's really high gears. That's the problem with my 60 foot.
Yeah, that's
I need to put the mark on it and spin the wheel because I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't really care, to tell you the truth. We just run it.
Yeah.
But we did weld it up, so it's
so it's full posi.
It's
all the time.
posi traction, yeah.
Yeah. Hot rodder style.
Yeah, so we got that, and then those are just a stock. I actually had those tires all the way around until I got a buddy, Mickey Thompson, that hooked me up with a set of tires before I went to LS Fest.
Well, these are one of my favorite tires. I would run them, but my car is thick, so it breaks everything. So I run the bias pipes because they're a little softer.
Oh, okay.
But why is it called the Malibu?
I call it the MALOBOOM. I wanted the MALOBOOST, but that was already taken. And then now that I look, there's like several MALOBOOST. And then I named it the MALOBOOM because I thought it would be funny because essentially it's all just junk motors and parts, and eventually one of them's gonna explode, right? So I was like, I'll just hedge my bet and say, yeah, my car is basically a pile that's gonna explode. I should have named it like flaking paint or something, but I need a sticker that says watch for flying paint.
Boogieman honestly came from the movie John Wick. I watched the movie and I was like, damn, that's pretty badass for a car. And then the car is kind of dark, it's kind of like evil, you know. So I was like, you know what, this is the Boogieman right here.
That's funny. I like Keanu Reeves movies too.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, John Wick was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He messed with his dog. I almost brought my dog, but I was like, yeah, it's a little weird to bring her out. But I have a bulldog.
Oh, right.
She goes everywhere. Usually my son goes too, but I was like, yeah, we'll leave the troops at home today. But yeah. So initially, my initial channel, I had a bulldog logo and all that because I'm all fascinated with bulldogs. And so it's funny you do the John Wick thing because I'm a big dog person too. So
yeah, we got a little poodle at home. So that's shop dog.
that's what mine is. Yeah.
Little poodle?
No, it's a shop dog.
Oh, a real shop dog.
English. I got an English bulldog. Yeah.
Mine's she's a shop dog.
As far as, let's get down to business on the race. So as far as the race goes, I know I threw it out there on Instagram, but it was either 1 and done or 2 out of 3. Everybody seems to say the 2 out of 3, which I think that would be better too. Considering if it's really that close, it could go either direction. I'd like to see multiple races because you know, if something happens, if I don't leave good or you don't leave good, I'd really hate to. I'd want to race these cars. Yeah. So I think, do you agree with 2 out of 3?
I say let's shoot for 2 out of 3. I have this weird clunk, so I'm just, I went under there. I can't find anything loose, so I think it might be like inside the diff. So I say let's shoot for best 2 out of 3. Okay. But at least I'll give you 1. Okay. Or a 60 foot. Yeah. So,
and then so we do 2 out of 3, and then the bet we've already talked about. You always got to throw money around. Yeah. So of course we don't have a lot of it, but you always got to do $1. That's what I did with my last one when I did the other bet with the other YouTuber. So it's $1 gentleman's bet. and then I'll sign it. So if you win
Yeah.
my dollar, I'm gonna sign it, vice versa. Because I got one other dollar, so now I'm gonna need $2. But
Perfect.
$1, and then I watched one of your videos, and your boys were talking about tacos, and they were joking, but I was like, that sounds like a good bet to me, because I'm a taco person, and I'd rather get free tacos because that'd make them even tastier. So, and I want to do tacos for at least a couple people, not just you. Like you bring your buddies or whatever, and then I'll bring, because obviously we're not going to do it the day after. We'll have to.
That same day?
No, because it's be late after the races.
Okay.
So we'll have to get together after the fact, and then
Make it happen.
Maybe we can hang out and recap the race and eat some tacos. And,
that'd be cool.
Let's do that. And I want a good spot too. No Del Taco shit, no Taco Bell. Like I'm talking like
Jack in the Box, $2.
I want like Taco Nazo, or there's a spot in Corona that's good, or wherever you're at.
Okay. Well, depending on who wins or loses, we'll drive out to that town. I know you're from Norco,
I think
and
that's
we're
good.
from Bellflower area, so.
Well, Taco Nazo's a ways though. Like winter picks where the tacos are.
Okay.
Because the place I want to go isn't by me at all. It's not by you either. It's like Woody area.
Okay.
So I think that's fair.
Yeah.